Hello everybody, it is WindWhispered ASMR, and happy Valentine's Day. I do not know what this hand movement is, I'm so sorry, but I'm very excited for this video today because we are doing a collaboration of sorts between me, Lulu, and the co-owner of this channel, Grace. So if you guys did not know, Grace and I both run this channel and each upload our separate videos on the channel from week to week, but this video will have both of us, both parts of our videos together in one video, filmed separately but edited together. So this is very new and very exciting, and I really hope you guys enjoy. But in honor of Valentine's Day, we are going to be doing our own takes on simple but fun Valentine's Day cards and crafts. I always find these types of videos to be super tingly, especially with scissor sounds, paper, cutting. I have some stamps. Grace uses some other very interesting triggers, and her video is super intricate. She does multi-angle shots, which kudos to her. I was about to snap, but I think that's too loud. And before I ramble on too long, let's just get started into this video because I could ramble on forever talking about all sorts of things, but let's just get started. Alright, so while I was brainstorming cards and crafts for this video, I was just reminded of elementary school and how we used to make these crafts, Valentine's Day cards. It would usually be like the Friday or whatever day was leading up to Valentine's Day. We would make these craft Valentines, and the teachers would give us construction paper, glitter. I think we had those like doilies, if you know what I'm talking about. They almost look like lace, but they're paper. Sometimes you'd put them underneath a coffee mug, almost like a coaster, but it was paper. It was white. I don't know. I'll probably insert a picture here. If you know what I'm talking about, wonderful. It's really hard to explain. But we would get these pieces of paper. We would make these Valentine's Day cards. And our teachers would make us do these crafts. And I think we were told to make them for our family. So people would give them to their mom, dad, possibly sibling. I don't know. But I think a lot of people ended up just making it and then not doing anything with it, or maybe they gave it to their elementary school crush. I don't really know, but we would just make these crafts all the time. And Valentine's Day, I know for Thanksgiving we did the hand turkey. That was something that was very memorable to me. So I have construction paper. This is just plain white. I also have pink, and I have red. I think I'm going to use the red as the base and then use pink and white in the inner section of it. So I saw this one and it reminded me of that hand turkey, like I was saying before. If you guys know what I'm talking about, hopefully you do. Especially you Americans out there. Americans probably know all about this. If you're not American, you probably don't. I think GB ASMR did a hand turkey ASMR video, maybe in like 2019 or something. I'll see if I can link it in the description because I remember that was super tingly. But right now I'm just folding this piece of paper in half. In the craft that I saw, they did a handprint like this, and the handprint folded open. No, I think it was actually this way. And it folds open, and on the inside you put like a heart. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, so I'm a lefty actually, so I have to put it this way. And I noticed I had this stain. If you guys were wondering what this is, I think this is from these stamps that I was using earlier, which I might be using. I have a lot of rubber stamps for Valentine's Day things. Like, look at this really cute one. It's a little bear, and he's holding, it looks like a heart-shaped pie. I don't really know, but they're super cute. And I like stamps a lot. I know people don't really use stamps anymore, but I like them. So what I saw is this hand, and they traced it like this. So I'm just going to be cutting this out. Now that I'm thinking about it, in elementary school, and I say this like elementary school was so long ago for me, it wasn't. On Valentine's Day, on the actual day, like if we had school, and let's say Valentine's Day, if Valentine's Day was like on a Sunday, it would be the Friday before. Like I remember we would get our class list, and you were supposed to make a separate Valentine for every person in your class. And I think there are generally around 20 people in my class in elementary school. So what you do is the teachers would give us a brown paper bag, and you were supposed to decorate it with your name, use markers or whatever, and that would be like your mailbox. And then the day before Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day, we would put that on our desk, and then you were supposed to bring in candy or Valentines for everybody in your class. And I was one of those kids that was super extra. Like I always needed to make homemade stuff, so I went all out, and I was pretty crafty as a kid. So I would make these really elaborate Valentines, and it made me so mad when people had the store-bought ones, because I was like, that's so lazy. I spent hours making this. Like I would dedicate time making those Valentines for everyone, and then some people would get those store-bought ones. And I remember the candies that people used to bring, like there were like, if you know the candy Nerds, they're like Valentine's Day Nerds, I'm pretty sure. And I feel like those were like pretty popular. Then of course the candy hearts were popular. This looks kind of cool when you cut it out like this. But here's the card. So it would fold open like this. And on the inside of the reference that I saw, they put a small heart in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's about this big, so I want the heart to be like this. Okay, you know what? I think this might be one of my best heart cutouts. I'm very proud of that. And I think I'm going to do some stamps as well, because it's just fun and I love stamps. But first, I really want to use this hole punch thing. So I guess what you do is you slide the paper in here, and you just push down, and it stamps out a perfect heart. I needed this when I was younger. So I have the glue here. I know normally people would use a glue stick, but I don't have one. So I'm going to be using this Elmer's school glue. I wanted to ask you guys though, what is your favorite Valentine's Day candy? Probably for me, I'd probably say like a Dove heart chocolate, or some sort of chocolate heart. I have to like let this dry, because if I fold this over on itself now, it's gonna glue shut. So in the meantime, we're gonna do some stamps. So I have this stamp. I really want to use this one. It's so cute. And I also have, I want to put this down this way. It's very dark because I've used it over many years. I also have this one that just says love. Looks like this. I think I'm gonna put the love. Where will this fit? I'll put this here and then the love there. Okay. So with a stamp, these are very old. I used these stamps for my original Valentines, and hopefully this shows up. Well, we're gonna test this out. It did not show up, so I guess we're gonna have to use black, because I think it's the only color dark enough. And also, I think these are scented. I don't know what this smells like though. It doesn't really smell good necessarily, but it doesn't smell bad, and now it's getting all over my hands. So I'm gonna try to place it in the same spot. Just press down. Okay, so that kind of showed up. I'm gonna have to wash this. And now we're gonna do the bear one, which I'm more excited for. Hopefully this one doesn't mess up because I really like this stamp. Oh no! Oh no! It barely showed up. Maybe I can. So, looks like I messed that one up a lot. But you know what? Disregarding this, this is a still very cute Valentine. I would probably give this to someone. It's definitely, I don't see cards that are like this. And I guess you just like write your message on the palm of the hand here. But anyway, this is the end of my portion of the video. On to Grace's.
I'm going to be making a heart-themed Valentine in the spirit of Valentine's Day. So I'm starting with a large heart stencil first and just tracing around that, trying to press it down so the edges don't lift up, and I'm just going around there, trying to be careful not to go out the lines, even though sometimes I do. And then now on the other side. And now I'm bringing in a smaller heart stencil because I want an outline of a heart so that I can put, there's going to be a design in the middle. You'll see. So I'm just tracing that in the very center of it. Again, trying to keep it in the line and not have it go out. And now I'm going to draw a line down the middle because this is where my main measurements will be stemming out for the pattern I'm making. So I'm just making little markings on this side of my ruler going down that line. And these little markings will help me map out my pattern. Now it's time to do that pattern. It's basically going to be just a bunch of squares, so I'm just going to be using a lot of straight lines here. Just going down one after the other and trying to keep them as parallel as possible. This paper is kind of a little darker than I would like it to be, but it was the only one I had lying around. But it will do just fine. then I'm just going to speed a bit ahead because it does take quite a bit of time to get that mapped out. And what I'm going to be doing is cutting out those squares that I drew. I'm using an X-Acto knife for that. It's a little bit hard to get them all with straight edges. I kind of had to. My first one doesn't look very good, but then it kind of gets better as I go along. And then I'm just popping the squares out. Just like that. And then we'll try another one. And popping that one out too. Sometimes they stick a little, but that's okay. Now I have all of them out, and I have this nice kind of grid pattern here. And I want to add a bit more brightness since the paper is so dark, so I'm going to go around it with this silver Sharpie that I have and just drawing some hearts around it. It shows up very brightly against the dark red, so I really like that actually. And now it's time to cut the heart out. I've been putting this off for a little while, but now we can do that. And then I colored the heart at the bottom in because, as you'll see, once we fold this up, that'll be the place where, well, I haven't even told you what I'm doing. I'm making an envelope out of this. So you'll see I am folding it the halves of the heart towards the center. It's a bit difficult with the grid pattern, but it's doable. And then the other side goes in as well. And then you fold it all up. And you can already see there's our little envelope, so it's very cute. Especially, I really do like those silver hearts. And then the last piece to fold is that part with the colored in heart on it. So there's our little, it's not really a seal because there's nothing to stick it down, but I guess it's just the decoration. And actually my mom's birthday's on Valentine's Day, so I kind of wanted to give this to her. Just a little homemade Valentine. So I'm going to put a little note in there for her. So it's kind of confusing because it says happy birthday and it's Valentine's Day, but her birthday's on Valentine's Day, so. And I think that looks very cute. And you can see the note through it as well, which I think is kind of a cool feature about it. Pretty cute.
Very cute indeed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you stuck through the whole thing, or maybe you just wanted to see mine, or maybe you just wanted to see Grace's, nonetheless, this was super fun to film, and it's been a blast meeting you guys through ASMR. Like, so many of you guys that comment, like, I know you through our Instagram, which is really awesome. And I just want to say, you guys are my Valentines, mine and Grace's. We appreciate you so much, and I hope you all have a lovely night, day, afternoon, evening. But when you do get the chance to go to sleep, sleep well.